Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Homesteading. Just a real quick tip for you. Gardens are getting ready, people starting planting stuff. We'll talk about your corn. A lot of people will plant corn and have one or two long rows of corn, and it don't do very much. Well, the reason is because it don't get pollinated. On corn, if you find that 150-foot row of corn is what you want to plant, it's much better to plant smaller rows and plant them in blocks to where when the wind blows, that it blows the pollen from one corn, from the pollen stalk to the silkies on the corn. That's what pollinates that corn. You'll get little short ears that comes up, those silkies start coming out, and when the corn starts to tassel, those little fuzzy things on top, stickery, looks like a Christmas tree kind of, those are little pollinators that falls down on the silkies. If you plant one row of corn, when the wind blows, that don't land down on the stalk. As to where if you plant it in blocks, when the wind blows, you'll see that it'll blow it down on the silkies on the next row over. So you either plant, you've got to plant in blocks in order to get your full potential of corn. If not, you'll have little bitty short ears that won't even produce corn lots of times, and it's a utter failure. I want you guys to be successful, be proud of what you're doing. So just remember to plant it in blocks and squares is the best way to do it. Some of them rectangle. And in our particular area, the prevailing wind is out of the south, so we'll orient this garden so the prevailing wind is blowing across these rows to blow that silk, that tassels the pollen onto the silkies. But y'all take care. Pay attention to the plants you buy, your onions and stuff. Make sure they're growing from this area. Short day onions, midday onions. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.